Hi, my name's Isabel Saxton and I want to talk to you today about my thesis collection, which is called The Impossible Dream.
My impossible dream is for everyone to be sustainable by choice, not because they feel guilt-tripped into doing it, but because they have become informed so they want to adopt a sustainable lifestyle for the rest of their time here. I am deeply inspired by finding the beauty in despair, the contrast between nature and synthetic, and most importantly, my friends and the community around me. So I worked towards inspiring them to adopt sustainability, and I've done this through humour and highlighting how absurd it is being informed about sustainability but not implementing it. I don't think that the guilt-tripping approach is sustainable long-term, because maybe you'll adopt a sustainable lifestyle for a couple of months, but you don't really know why you're doing it other than the fact that your friend said that you're a horrible person if you keep using single-use plastic. In order to change your lifestyle, you need to have the knowledge that can inform a paradigm shift. So this is what I want to achieve with the Impossible Dream. It's designed to be worn by every gender, day and night, so that we can come together to make an informed community that can stand out for sustainability while pioneering solutions for the future of our planet. My bright, bold, and slightly obnoxious aesthetic comes from finding used construction wear at a scrap store and noticing the irony of construction workers wearing the most attention-grabbing things on the street, yet when a passerby sees them, they look the other way and pay them no attention. This same irony is happening with sustainability, which is why the Impossible Dream's fabric, thread, and hardware are from second-hand sources or are organic. I aimed to assign second-hand fabric new value and turn it from something unwanted into something that is valuable to prevent it being disposed of. So the bulk of my fabric is from second-hand shops, thrift stores, Fab Scrap, which is a company in New York that goes to clothing and textile companies and collects the fabric that's being thrown out and resells it. I also went to a couple of local factories and asked them if they had any scraps or defective fabric that I could repurpose, and they were so generous. I got several yards of truly unique fabric. Patagonia also sent me some of their clothes from their Reno repair center, which couldn't be used anymore. And I found buttons and all sorts of random things just on the floor in the street. And I looked at what I already had, like my Grammy's sewing kit, which I inherited after she died a few years ago, in order to give items in that new life through my garments. The only new element of my collection is the naturally dyed organic merino wool that I use in my machine knit pieces. And the driving force behind my decision to use a new fibre is that the moment for me when my work turned from, look, this is something I made, to, look, this is something I made and I'm wearing it, was when I learned how to machine knit, because it gave me the freedom to design bold graphics I'd always dreamt of making but never did because I knew that printing on garments just isn't environmentally responsible. But in using naturally dyed wool, I was able to make an environmentally responsible textile since wool is biodegradable and recyclable, meaning that it naturally lasts for at least 7 generations, which makes it sustainable. My machine knit textiles quite obviously depict the ironic, humorous, and satirical aspects of my thesis through motifs and phrases. I also have educational and self-reflective elements written on it, like, it's easier not to care, and 80% of clothing goes to incinerators or landfills, which is a statistic that I found through Fashion Revolution. I call my work accidental because the shape, size, and colour of the scraps of fabric that I use and find completely inform the design of my clothes.
This top, for instance, I took all of the scraps off the skirt that I made and the jumper that I made, and I sewed them together to make this top, which is why it's draped in this particular manner, because I literally just looked in the mirror and pieced the pieces together based on whatever looked good on the body. And this happened a lot in my work.
I like to use these trousers as an example of my practice because so many elements went into them. So the main fabric is an all-weather blanket that my friend gave me because he didn't think that he was going to use it anymore. The knee pads are made from discarded scrap pieces of leather from a local factory. The pocket lining, the fly front, and the interior of the waistband are all made from silk, which I found at the Rhode Island Recycling Center for Education. And then I replaced where the elastic was supposed to go with naturally dyed organic merino knit. And then the zip is from a pair of trousers that I got from Savers, which I was using as muslin fabric. Since the heart of this collection has stringent ethical standards, I desperately wanted to show that it can go hand in hand with freedom, youth, and irreverence through the colourful and highly energetic spirit of this collection. I have channeled my frustration with the stagnant status of environmental and social responsibility to make art to attract people who want to fight for the welfare of the planet. So I'm going to leave you with a few things that you can start doing to get you rolling on your journey towards a sustainable lifestyle, just in case you haven't started yet. Reduce what you're buying. Love what you have. And if you have to buy something new, seek out designers who are making a positive impact on the planet.